Forbes, I'm here today on your beautiful farm on a gorgeous, gorgeous sunny day in February. I'd like to know a little bit more about what you do here. It's chickens. How many chickens do you have?
About 1,300.
1,300, gosh,
Yeah.
it's a lot. And they're all housed indoors at the moment because of the bird flu.
Yeah.
So these are the regulations given by DEFRA, that's correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that mean for the birds? What's their quality of life like right now?
It changes. Obviously, they used to be going out. Now they're left inside all the time.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal. I'm very lucky in the sense that when I designed my sheds, I designed them with a larger scratch area
Yeah.
than what is legally required in the sheds. So luckily my birds, because of bird flu, have got a larger area to scratch in, which
Yeah.
helps them compared to other people that perhaps are to the limit.
Yeah.
But it just means they can't get the freedom they want, really.
Yeah, and it's not an act of cruelty, is it?
No.
This is
I mean,
for their own benefit.
it's for their own benefit, but then you will get birds that never go out anyway. So
Oh, really?
Just because they're free range and they're allowed to go outside doesn't mean everyone goes outside.
So chickens have different personalities.
Different personalities. Some will want to go out, some won't want to go out. It just gives them more area to roam, really.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, which is obviously what the public want to see.
And how's it affected your sales? So you've not been touched by it. You've managed to stay bird flu free.
Yeah, we're bird flu free. I think being away from waterways and that's probably helped the situation where we haven't got so many migrating birds passing by. Seems to be those areas close to the waterways that are probably suffering more.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that.
It's more in Norfolk and on the coastlines and things like that where there's poultry units, which will be probably more prone to where the birds is, more waterways probably.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
So I think they've been more harder hit than what we have, where we're sort of more rural perhaps. And obviously the scale we've got here is only a small scale. And just keep Joe Public and everyone away from you, really. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So there's no chance of anything transmitting. The vehicles, when they deliver the feed, sterilise their tyres as they come down the drive.
Yeah.
So we're doing everything we can for biosecurity, really.
Have any of your neighbours been affected?
No one that I know of.
So that's reassuring.
The closest I think was an outbreak or come through was perhaps Droit, which is like 30 miles away, something like that. But apart from that, there's no outbreaks in the area, really.
So does it worry you on a daily basis? Are you thinking about it?
Not at all. No.
Okay, well that's really positive.
If it was my only livelihood, probably I'd slightly have a different reaction to it, sort of thing, perhaps. But the fact that if I get bird flu, I could stomach the losses. I'm lucky enough to be in that situation.
Okay.
Whereas if my only livelihood, then I think you'd be more worried and more concerned.
And not everybody's in that situation.
No, I'm very lucky to be in the situation I'm in, really.
Yeah.
It's only a small free-range poultry unit, really.
Yeah.
Sales have gone through, are there. There's no drop in sales or anything like that.
Have the sales gone up, maybe to compensate for?
No, not at all.
No.
There might be a slight drop in sales after the end of February when we got to call them barn-range eggs instead of free-range eggs.
Yeah.
Because then people will think, well, why pay more for a free-range egg when it's been inside all the time?
I mean, this is where the public perception comes in, isn't it?
Yeah.
That, back at Christmas, everybody was talking about it because of the turkeys and things like that. But sort of media attention has eased off a little bit, and it has the potential to be apocalyptic, as any of these things do. What do you think the future holds for the industry?
It's always been a volatile industry,
Yeah.
eggs anyway, poultry, to some extent. But I think it's just making it more volatile, really. Are you prepared to take, if you can't get insurance, are you going to take an investment, buying new birds in or putting the houses up for the birds, and get bird flu?
So it could basically mean less people doing the job.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they change the compensation laws for if you get bird flu or rules, then it might make a bit of difference. But at the moment, the compensation rules are very, very stringent.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult to get compensation. They'll only compensate you, from what I understand, still at the moment, on the birds when the ministry gets you that are still alive.
Oh, really?
But when you get bird flu, it'll wipe out your whole flock within hours anyway, virtually.
So you're not compensated for a dead bird?
No. From what I understand, yeah.
That doesn't make sense to
doesn't
me.
make sense. It's very difficult, yeah.
And it's already quite hard for farmers.
Oh, it is, yeah. No, definitely. I mean, it's...
Makes you wonder who'd choose to be a farmer.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a way of life.
Yeah,
without
absolutely.
question. We've all got to make a living. And,
Yeah.
If you're prepared to work 7 days a week, that's what it is.
Yeah. And you wouldn't change it for the world?
I don't think so, really. I'm very lucky to be where I am. I enjoy it. Sometimes it gets to you being 7 days a week, though. You know, you see all these people perhaps on strike and things like that, and
And you
what have
think-
you, and think, hang on a minute, you know, they're only working 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week perhaps, but
Yeah.
you know, go farming, you're working 7 days a week, but that's what you have to do to
Mm.
earn the same amount of money.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not working 7 days to earn more money, it's to earn the basic wage,
Yeah, yeah,
whereas they're working 5 days to work a basic wage,
yeah.
which is
That's
slightly different.
interesting. I hadn't thought of
You know,
that.
it's a different concept altogether, really.
Yeah,
you know,
very much so.
I think poultry's a bit like dairy farmers. You're tied 7 days a week,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what it is. You have to be with those birds.
And it's a way of life, I suppose. I think I mentioned Jeremy Clarkson to you
Yeah.
before. He's very much brought farming into the sort of the media, if you like, and televised it and made it more sort of. He spread the information that perhaps wasn't available to people before, but it's still not something people are really aware of, how difficult farming life is.
Yeah, it
Maybe
is.
in a rural area.
Rural
they are.
area, yeah, I think so, definitely. You know, more people understand it perhaps, but it's you don't have to go farming, so it's a choice you decide to make, really, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, I'd like to be out here with my dog and in the wild, and
Yeah,
that's why I chose it, really.
yeah.
So sometimes, you know, everything comes at a price.
Yeah, farmers feed us. I think maybe sometimes people forget that.
Yeah, I think they forget it, but it's coming back to be more true now. I think they're beginning to realise that the price is now becoming more realistic. You know, farmers beginning to see, you know, proper returns for their produce now,
Yeah,
which is obviously going to be better. But it's had to come because the overheads have gone up as well.
yeah.
It is, yeah. But no, I think I'm very lucky to be in this situation, really.
I think you are too. Feels lovely sat here now.
Yeah.
Forbes, thank you
Come
so
on a windy
much.
day, and then
I
when it's
I
raining,
won't, no.
I think, well, why do I only do any of it at all? But when it's
What
like
am I
this,
doing?
when it's like this, it's
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 gorgeous.
nice, yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, pleasure. Okay, thank you. I was just timing
Bang
for
on
this.
time.